everyone. So today I thought I would redo the Booktube Newbie Tag, and I thought at the same time I would react to the first time I did this video in 2014. So a little bit of context for anyone who wasn't here before or anyone who just can't remember, because I wouldn't blame you for not remembering. I used to make Booktube videos. I started in my first year of university right at the end of 2014, and I made them for 3 years right through my time at university. And then in August 2017 I started my new job. I moved pretty much straight from university into where I live now, and I fully intended to carry on making videos. I'd moved in with brand new people who I never met before. I was struggling to find the time with my job, and then I just let it slip away and just never did it again. And recently I've been really missing it, so I really want to get back into it, so here I am. When making my Booktube comeback, although I have already uploaded one video, I thought, what's the classic way to begin this journey again? And I thought, is there any other way than the Booktube Newbie Tag? I don't actually know if people still do this. Do people still do this? After I've made this, I will go and search and I will comment on some new people's Booktube videos. I thought I would react to my very first ever video that, according to my phone, I made on the 15th of December 2014. I haven't watched this in a very long time, and I don't actually remember the questions because I haven't looked them up since. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see how my answers have changed, because as I said, I'm in a very different place with my life now, and I'm kind of nervous because I feel like I'm going to be embarrassing. But yeah, I will get on with it now. I will react to my old answers and give my new answers. I'm going to watch it on my phone, but I'll try and put the original footage somewhere there. If I move over, somewhere here.
Hi everyone, my name is Caris and welcome to my brand new channel.
Okay, the bit at the beginning where I'm like, cringe. I remember editing this together in Windows Movie Maker. That shirt I used to love, and that lipstick. I think I properly got dressed up for this.
I have wanted to do this for so long, so hopefully I will not be too bad at it. So I'm 18 and I'm from England.
I was 18.
And I'm currently at university studying English literature.
Okay, so I'm 24. I'm still from England, and I'm currently an editor at a travel guide publishing house. On a side note, I would be interested in what people think of my accent, and I'm interested in putting these two videos together to see. I feel like I have quite a strong Black Country accent in this. Not super strong, but a lot stronger than it is now.
My favourite book of all time is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak.
My favourite book of all time is still The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak.
I think that's probably quite a popular choice, and I'm currently reading
I was reading that for uni. I'm currently reading Loveless by Alice Oseman at the moment.
And I just think this is the most beautiful edition of a book ever.
Yeah, I think I've got up to M of the Penguin Drop Caps. I used to collect them, but they're all at home, and they haven't even been sitting in the direct sunlight, but loads of the spines of them are so faded, and it actually breaks my heart because they would look so pretty all together. So
when I decided to sit down and make this video, I was like, what can I do? So I found the Booktuber Newbie Tag.
The Booktuber Newbie Tag. Yeah, that's what it's called, Caris. Yeah.
Not tagged by anyone because I'm a Booktuber newbie.
Oh, obviously I haven't been tagged by anyone again because I'm irrelevant.
Why have you started this channel? I have been watching Booktube for so long, like over a year and a half, something like that. I have loved watching it so much that I put on my New Year's resolution list at the beginning of 2014 to make a Booktube video, and I'm finally getting around.
That's a bit like how during lockdown I wanted to start again, and finally 4 months in I'm doing it.
Doesn't it? But I am just
still says something about me.
To have a new platform to discuss reading and books. Even though I do English as a degree, I don't always have people to discuss these things with, and I just think that Booktube is a really welcoming community. Hopefully it will welcome me, and that I'll be able to discuss books with some of you and make some new friends, things like that.
Oh, it actually makes my heart quite warm, because I did do all of those things. Like, I made some amazing friends and people that I'm still friends with today. I guess my answer nowadays would be similar. I want to make even more friends. I would really like to reconnect with a lot of the friends that I had and haven't stayed in touch with very much over the past few years. And as I said in the introduction, I've just really been missing it. It was such a big part of my life. I think my tastes are sort of changing, and I think it would be interesting to document that.
Question number 2 is, what are some fun and unique things that you think you can bring to Booktube? Obviously, as I've already said, I'm doing English as a degree at university. I think that, you know, because of that, I might be having to read some different books that people might not be reading.
Actually, my university reading list videos were some of my best, most popular videos with like the most views that I ever did on my channel. But I really did enjoy making them, and I'm glad that I've got them to look back on. At this point, I was like 1 semester in, so I think I was very optimistic that I would engage fully with all of the material.
In the future, when they're more specific modules like witchcraft and children's literature, things like that.
I did both of those modules.
I
liked witchcraft. I like them both actually.
More specific, and people might not have read, so I think it will be interesting to maybe review those books and bring them to the internet.
Yeah, I hated a lot of them though.
You know, just being myself. Hopefully some of my videos people will find fun to watch. I don't know.
So some fun and unique things that I think I can bring to Booktube now. I don't know, I feel like there's people doing everything that's already so great, so I probably won't bring anything like super new, but as I said there, just being myself. And working in travel at the moment, I'm really interested in making a series which would take place over a very long period of time, where I read a book from every country of the world. That's something that I really want to do.
Number 3 is, what are you most excited about this channel? I literally cannot describe how excited I am to talk to people, make some friends, hopefully.
As I said, I did that.
And like in the coming days now, I am so excited about doing the Christmas Booktubeathon.
Oh God.
Like, I have been watching Booktubeathon videos for ages, and I wanted to do it over the summer, but I was interrailing for 30 days across Europe at the time, so obviously
That's literally like
take the books with
gap
me
year.
and I could make videos.
God.
So I have sorted my TBR out for it. There'll be a video coming on that really soon.
I think I actually like won that Booktubeathon, like I did them, or I think I did the Booktubeathon a couple of times. I did the biannual Bibliothon once as well, but I would actually like to try and get involved in more readathons and stuff. Things like Brit does her basically a thon. I really want to do one of them at some point. What's the most exciting thing? I guess just talking to everyone again, finding the enjoyment in it that I found before.
Number 4 is, why do you love reading so much?
Oh my God.
That is a really
Cringe.
difficult question. I just think that I have always loved it. I've been brought up to read. When I was little, I was read to so much that there was this book series that
It's a classic story.
and it was only until my parents realised that I was holding the book upside down and just reciting the words that they realised that I had just memorised.
I don't know why I'm holding a pen.
Reading it, they thought
I think I was probably had written my answers down
I just
beforehand.
think you can escape when you're reading. There's so many different worlds that you can read into, so many different possibilities. It's just never boring to me, and it's just a bit more interesting than everyday life, I guess.
Okay, I guess my answer would be the same, because why I've loved reading hasn't really changed. I guess at the moment as well, with everything that's going on, it's quite comforting and just something to escape to, as I said there.
Number 5 is, what book or series got you into reading? Well, when I was younger, I think I was Jacqueline Wilson's
Oh my God,
biggest
Jackie
fan.
W.
It wasn't just Tracy Beaker that I loved, it was every single book.
Yeah.
I have a shelf on, not this bookshelf, a different one.
Okay, looking at my bookshelf there, it's annoying that I'm not at home now, but even my bookshelf in shot here, even my one here is way more full than that, and I think that's something that I kind of almost regret with Booktube, is that I just bought so much stuff. My room now at home, I've got that shelf and I've got 2 others, and all 4 of them are completely full, and I have a bookshelf here. It's crazy to see that in 3 years, like how much I accumulated without even really realising it.
That is full of Jacqueline Wilson hardbacks. I used to beg my parents to take me out on the day that they came out to buy them. I literally used to cry if they couldn't take me on that day. I used to buy them, I used to read them in like one sitting. I met Jacqueline Wilson when I was about 10 to get her autobiography Jackie Daydream signed, and it was the best day of my childhood life. So that got me into sort of reading those sort of books, like girly books.
Girly books, okay. Yeah, I still love Jacqueline Wilson, although I haven't read a Jacqueline Wilson book in a very long time. Actually, I did read My Mum, Tracy Beaker. And also, on that note, Danny Harmer is going to reprise the role on TV to do the My Mum, Tracy Beaker TV series. What a win for us. Actually, because I mentioned children's literature earlier, I wrote an essay in my children's literature module on Tracy Beaker, and I can't remember what else. I obviously compared it to something, but I went in to speak to my tutor about it and told her my idea, and she was like, who's Tracy Beaker? And I was like, sorry, this is your subject, you're teaching me children's literature and you don't know who the icon Tracy Beaker is? What? And it was British children's literature as well. Like, I don't know, Jacqueline Wilson is popular, Tracy Beaker is popular in other countries, but Tracy Beaker is like a peak British childhood icon. I was absolutely mind blown.
When I was a little bit older, I really loved a series of unfortunate events by Lemony Snicket.
I like that you can hear me sniffing in this.
I sort of took a break from reading, I guess, when I was at secondary school, because I don't know.
See, I'm talking about having a break here, and it's a bit like the break I've had at the moment, you know. That's what I feel like it's going to be like, because before this, before I started Booktube, I read to some degree, but my reading exponentially picked up once I started the channel, so that's what I'm hoping for this time as well.
I was being forced to read books for school, and I read them, but then I didn't really do that much extra reading. Then when I was about maybe 14, the Twilight Saga came out.
I don't even know why I mentioned Twilight, because I don't feel like that is a like monumental book in my reading journey at all.
I read them. I haven't actually read.
Yeah, I didn't read the last one. The House of Night I did love, but I don't know if it was because I read Twilight. What trash.
As much of it as was out at the time, and I think that just sort of got me into reading again, and then I sort of reread the Harry Potter series, and then sort of started moving on to more books, and then I did English at A level, where I had to read more classics, and sort of just grew from there.
I didn't even mention the Hunger Games, which I loved.
Reading 24/7.
Yeah, so to answer that question, I guess the answers are still the same. Jacqueline Wilson, the Hunger Games. I guess at the moment, as I've said many times, I'm sort of experimenting with what I'm reading, trying to find new stuff. I have some auto-buys in the YA genre that I really love. So Holly Bourne, Sarah Bernard, Alice Oseman, a lot of UK YA, but I also recently read Catherine of Aragon book by Alison Weir, my first ever proper real historical fiction, especially from that time period, and I loved it. So that might be what's getting me into historical fiction, but what got me into reading to begin with, the answers are the same.
Number 6 is, what question would you ask your favourite booktuber? This is difficult because I don't really know who I would class as my favourite booktuber. Like, I watch so many people, I think that so many people on here just do a fantastic job of everything, but I think I would just ask anyone who's sort of at college or university, balancing that and education with booktube and reading. So I don't know, someone like Zoe from Read by Zoe or Books Overlooked. I would just, you know, ask for tips.
I still watch Zoe's videos sometimes if they like come up. Books Overlooks, I used to love her. I don't even know if she still makes videos. Okay, so on that, I actually think I did balance uni and booktube pretty well. It never was really an issue for me. There was times, I think, when my booktube was a lot quieter, but I never felt that it was detrimental to my work. But to answer the question of what I would ask my favourite booktubers, I mean, I don't really know who my favourite booktubers are at the moment. I watch a lot of my friends from when I used to make videos, so I guess I would just ask them all how they are, and can we be friends again, please? Thank you.
What challenges do you think you're going to face as part of doing booktube? I've sort of already covered it, but I guess just being at uni, living away from home, I don't have as many books at uni.
Well, Karis, you're going to haul several million books.
I am one of these people that I will just get sidetracked on my essays. So maybe that'll be a good thing, because I will be wanting to film videos instead of doing my essays.
I actually don't understand my point there. Is that a good thing? It's a good thing that I'll be wanting to film videos instead of doing my essays.
But that won't be so positive on my work, probably. Also, it's just, I live in a flat. So like,
yeah, I was super conscious. Still am.
People will hear me talking to myself like a weirdo.
I made my
And
best
you never
bookish
know
content
when
over the
it's gonna
summers
be
when I was at
something
home,
quiet.
for sure.
So I don't want to be
And at
halfway through
Christmas.
filming a really good video and someone else just comes walking down the corridor making a noise. But you know, these are all challenges that I'll get through, and I just want to make this channel as good as possible for everyone because I am the biggest perfectionist.
I still am the biggest perfectionist. Yeah, true. My biggest challenge at the moment with making booktube videos again is reading. Wow. Yeah, reading. So I've read, I think, 9 books this year so far. For context, I think 2014 I read 40 books that year, and then every other year I read between 60 and 80, I think, while I was making booktube, and then I literally went from that to 20, and last year I probably read less than 20. So I haven't even read in 3 years like the amount that I used to read in 1 year, not counting the books that I read for work. But yeah, my biggest challenge would be that, and then I guess when this pandemic is over, balancing it with going back to work.
Okay, so that's the Booktuber Newbie Tag. I think I've rambled on, probably bored everyone.
Booktuber Newbie Tag, again, I
As
have
I've said
rambled on.
loads now,
Again,
I'm
yeah.
so excited to have finally made the decision to start this channel, and I hope this video is okay, and that you know, some of you will be kind enough to subscribe to this channel, and I will see you again next time. I'll probably be doing my Booktubeathon TBR. Thank you for watching,
Thank you.
and I'll see you again next time.
Okay,
Bye.
so that could have been worse, to be honest. It wasn't as embarrassing as I thought it was going to be. Those were my answers. I feel like a lot of them were very similar because they're things that are sort of set in stone, like what got you into reading. And it's interesting that a lot of the problems that I thought I'd face, I guess, are kind of similar. If you're a booktube newbie, let me know in the comments too, and I will go over and check out your booktube newbie tag or other first video. It doesn't have to be that tag. But yeah, that's it for today. Other than that, I hope you're all keeping safe, staying well, and I will see you again soon. Bye.